Have you ever noticed a woman acting a little different around you? She laughs harder. She stands closer. She looks at you, then looks away instantly. She says things that sound innocent but feel like they carry a hidden weight. And somewhere inside you, a whisper begins, is she into me? Or am I imagining this? Here's the truth most men never hear. Women rarely say, I want you. They show it subtly, quietly, indirectly. Not because they are shy. Not because they don't know what they want. But because female desire is wrapped in layers of psychology, emotion, and instinct. Stoicism teaches that we should observe without judgment, not jump to conclusions, not chase every signal, not attach ourselves to the outcome. So today's guide, 10 things she does when she's horny for you but won't admit it, is not about exposing women. It's about understanding the quiet signals of attraction with calm, masculine awareness. You're not here to chase her. You're here to understand her. You're here to move like a man who sees more than what is said. So let's begin. 1. She suddenly becomes more playful, but only with you. Have you ever noticed that her energy shifts when you enter the room? She may tease you. She may joke with you. She may throw a little playful challenge your way. But here's the key. She doesn't act that way with other guys. This isn't random. Playfulness is a woman's way of lowering the emotional wall she normally keeps up. When she's attracted, her body releases a subtle cocktail of dopamine and adrenaline that makes her more energetic, more curious, and a bit mischievous. She's not just being fun. She's inviting an emotional spark. But remember the Stoic way. Observe it. Don't assume it. Don't react with desperation. Just stay calm and let her reveal more. 2. She looks at you, but only when you're not looking. Every man has felt this moment. You sense eyes on you. You turn. She instantly looks away. Not because she wasn't looking, but because she was looking too deeply. Women use eye contact differently than men. Men look boldly. Women look strategically. A woman who desires you will watch you when you talk. Watch you when you're quiet. Watch your hands, your shoulders, your face. Then instantly break eye contact when you catch her. She's studying you. She's imagining you. She's trying to understand why she feels this magnetic pull toward you. To her, looking at you is a moment of vulnerability. To you, it's the silent signal that something much deeper is happening beneath the surface. But she gets nervous around you, even if she seems confident with others. One of the strongest signs of female desire is this. She becomes slightly awkward around the man she's attracted to. She may fix her hair too much, adjust her clothes, laugh at things that aren't funny, speak faster than usual, or lose her train of thought completely. You might even see her take a deep breath before talking to you. This isn't insecurity. It's biological arousal mixed with emotional tension. Her mind is trying to stay composed. Her body is reacting instinctively. Her emotions are firing faster than her thoughts. To her, you represent something she wants, and that desire disrupts her usual control. A Stoic man remains grounded when this happens. He doesn't tease her. He doesn't show arrogance. He simply stays calm, collected, and masculine. Because a woman's nervousness around you is not weakness. It's the mind revealing what the lips will never admit. First, she initiates small physical touches, accidentally. There's a truth most men never learn. A woman rarely touches a man she doesn't feel safe with, and she never touches a man she isn't attracted to. So when she begins with those tiny, almost invisible touches, the ones she pretends not to think about, understand something, she's revealing more than her words ever will. It starts small. A brush of her hand against yours as you walk side by side, her leaning just a little too close when she asks a question, touching your shoulder when she laughs, even though she could have easily kept her hands to herself, fixing the collar of your shirt, removing a piece of lint that didn't really matter, a playful nudge when she jokes with you. Men often shrug these off as politeness or friendliness, but women don't operate like that. Not when it comes to touch. These aren't accidents. These aren't coincidences. These are signals, subtle, calculated, instinctive. This is her body saying, I want to feel you close. I want to step into your space. I want to know what being near you feels like. Women communicate early attraction through micro-touches, not grabbing, not intense physical moves, not the kind of bold advances men imagine. Instead, they show desire in gentle, slow, delicate ways, like testing the water before diving in. But here's the part most men fail to understand. She's not just touching you. She's feeling your energy, She's observing how her body responds when she's near yours. She's checking if she feels safe, feminine, warm, grounded in your presence. She's measuring whether your frame is calm or chaotic, whether you're a man who knows who he is, or a man who collapses under the slightest hint of female attention. When she steps into your space, even for half a second, she's answering a question inside herself. Do I feel good next to him? And if the answer is yes, that's when desire grows. But if you react too eagerly, if you lean in too fast, if you highlight the moment or try to escalate immediately, her attraction collapses. Because now the moment isn't subtle. It's not natural. It becomes pressure, expectation, neediness, and nothing kills feminine desire faster than a man who gets too excited too quickly. What she truly wants is this: a man who can hold his ground, a man who doesn't flinch under her touch, a man who isn't desperate for the contact, but also isn't afraid of it, a man who remains calm even when her hand lingers on his. That's where the Stoic approach becomes powerful. Stoicism teaches you not to react impulsively, not to chase sensations, not to be controlled by desire, but to stay centered, present, grounded in your own masculine frame. So when she touches you, don't jump, don't freeze, don't overthink, just be still, be composed. Let the moment breathe. Because desire doesn't grow in noise or eagerness. Desire grows in quiet tension, in the unspoken, in the space between two people who feel the spark but don't rush to consume it. Imagine walking with her through New York or London, and she lightly bumps into you accidentally. Most men laugh nervously, touch her back or overreact, but the man who holds his frame, he lets it happen. He lets the moment settle. He lets her feel his presence, the steadiness, the confidence, the quiet strength. Suddenly she becomes more aware of him, more drawn in, more curious, more emotionally alive in his presence, because women don't crave chaos. They crave a man who stays unmoved by the world but attentive to the moment. A man whose energy feels like home, safe, steady, unshakable. So remember this: when she gives you those tiny accidental touches, she's not just flirting. She's studying you, testing you, feeling what it's like to be close to you. And the more grounded, calm, and confident you are, the more her desire intensifies. Micro touches aren't small. They're the beginning. They're the spark. And only the man who stays still in the fire gets to feel the flame. First, her voice changes when she talks to you. Women have something called vocal mirroring. When they're attracted, their voice subtly softens, slows down, or becomes more playful. She may speak more gently, elongate certain words, lower her tone slightly, or sound unexpectedly sweet around you. The shift is subconscious. She's not trying to flirt. Her body is doing it for her. Her voice becomes the bridge between emotion and attraction. And the beautiful part? The softer her voice becomes, the stronger her desire is. A woman who doesn't feel anything for you keeps her tone neutral. A woman who wants you can't help but change her rhythm. Stoicism teaches us to observe such details with clarity, without being pulled by ego. Just watch. Listen. Feel the shift, because this change often happens before she ever admits anything. 6. She remembers tiny details about you. Here's something men underestimate. A woman who desires you becomes hyper-attentive. She starts remembering things you barely remember saying. Things like how you take your coffee, a story you mentioned once, a song you like, a small preference you casually dropped, your favorite color, fragrance, or food, something you said weeks ago that even you forgot. This level of attention is not normal. It's not casual interest. It's not politeness. It's desire. Her brain is scanning everything about you because her emotions and her physical attraction are turned toward you. Men often think desire shows up as bold flirting, but with women, desire often shows up as deep listening. And here's the Stoic perspective. A man who is grounded doesn't get excited by this. He simply recognizes it, because her attention is not validation. It's information, and a wise man uses information to understand behavior, not inflate his ego. 7. She becomes jealous in subtle, unexpected ways. A woman who feels genuine desire, deep, physical, emotional desire, cannot remain completely calm when another woman enters your orbit. She may pretend she doesn't care. She may act unbothered. She may even laugh it off. But her body reacts before her mind can control it. Jealousy is one of the strongest female tells because it slips through the cracks of her behavior. She won't show it directly, but you'll feel it in the energy shift. You'll notice small signs, Signs she hopes you won't catch. She gets quieter when you talk to another woman, as if her mind suddenly needs to monitor the situation. She casually asks, "So, who was she?" While pretending it's just harmless curiosity. She makes a lighthearted joke about the other girl, but her tone is just a little too sharp, a little too emotional. She becomes noticeably sweeter afterward, as if she's unconsciously trying to reestablish her place in your attention. She starts mirroring something about the other woman, her hairstyle, her tone, her vibe, because instinct tells her to stay competitive without admitting it. Jealousy for women isn't rooted in control, it's rooted in fear. Not fear of losing you, but fear of never getting the chance to have you in the first place. When a woman feels attraction, her psychology becomes hyper-aware of threats. It's instinctive. It's ancient. It's built into her emotional survival system, and because women rarely express jealousy directly, they disguise it in ways that seem harmless on the surface. A teasing question, a playful jab, a sudden change in tone, a moment of silence, a quick shift in attention. She will never say, "I'm jealous," because that would expose her vulnerability. And women only reveal vulnerability to the man they fully trust. Here's where most men fail. They get excited. They show off. They try to use jealousy to gain the upper hand. But a Stoic man does not do that. He stays composed, unmoved, grounded. He recognizes what's happening, but he doesn't exploit it. Because real masculine power isn't about triggering jealousy. That's childish. Real power is the calm confidence of a man who sees her desire, understands it, respects it, and never needs to manipulate it. He knows that if she's jealous in subtle ways, it means one thing. She feels something real, something she's afraid to lose, something she doesn't want another woman to take away. And that knowledge alone is enough. 8. She mentions random reasons to see you, even when they make no sense. One of the most telling signs of female desire is this. She starts looking for excuses to be around you. Not big excuses. Not obvious ones. Tiny, strange, almost silly reasons. Like, "I need your opinion on something. Can you help me with this small thing? I was nearby, so I thought I'd say hi. I had a question about something you said." These are not logical reasons. They are emotional openings. Because when a woman wants you, especially physically, she wants proximity. Proximity creates tension. Tension creates desire. Desire creates opportunity. But again, she won't say, "I came here because I want to feel your presence." Instead, her mind creates an excuse her heart can hide behind. Stoicism teaches us to welcome opportunity, not cling to it. So let her come closer. Let her seek you. Let her open the door. Just don't push through it. Let her invite you in fully. She starts fixing herself when you're around. This one is ancient, biological, instinctive. When a woman desires a man, emotionally, psychologically, physically, her body responds automatically. It's primal, a silent language of attraction that doesn't need words. You may notice her suddenly adjusting her hair, touching her neck, fixing her clothes, checking her reflection in her phone, moisturizing her lips, sitting or standing taller, or quickly straightening her outfit when she sees you. These actions seem small, almost invisible, but they carry enormous meaning. Women do not do these things consciously. They are not performing for you. They are responding to something much deeper, a magnetic, physiological pull that comes from desire. Her body is preparing itself. She is instinctively enhancing her presence. She is signaling to herself and to her subconscious mind, "I want to feel attractive. I want to feel confident. I want to feel desirable." And you are the trigger. You are the reason her body suddenly becomes alert, intentional and alive with subtle energy. But here's the critical twist that most men never grasp. She isn't doing this to impress you. Most men assume these little gestures are validation seeking, a way to win attention or approval. Not true. She does it primarily for herself. Desire activates an internal standard. She wants to feel feminine, desirable, composed, and confident in her own body when around the man she's attracted to. Her grooming, posture, and micro-adjustments are acts of self-affirmation. They are her body's way of aligning with the magnetic pull she feels toward you. From a Stoic perspective, this is a goldmine of insight. A man who understands this does not respond with over-eager attention, flattery, or anxious energy. He does not try to test her, push boundaries, or immediately escalate. Instead, he observes. He notes her subtle movements without judgment, without attachment. He sees the signals for what they are, reflections of desire, not requests for validation. This is where calmness becomes power. Your composed, centered presence is the container in which her desire can safely grow. When you remain grounded and confident, when you do not react with neediness or excitement, her subtle gestures intensify. Each hair flick, each brush of the shoulder, each self-adjustment becomes a silent conversation between her attraction and your calm energy. Imagine it. A woman adjusting her hair slightly as she catches your glance, smoothing her clothes without thinking, subtly enhancing her presence, all while you sit or stand nearby. Fully aware, fully composed, she feels seen without you having to say a word. Her desire intensifies and all of it unfolds naturally, without manipulation, without pressure. This is the elegance of Stoic mastery in the realm of attraction. You do not force, chase, or react. You observe, contain, and let desire reveal itself organically. The moment you act impressed, smile too eagerly, or comment on her adjustments, you risk collapsing the subtle tension. But if you remain steady, detached, and grounded, her body's instinctive desire only grows stronger. Every micro-gesture becomes a silent admission, a quiet acknowledgement of her attraction, a reflection of the energy that is rising between you. So the next time you notice her fixing herself around you, remember, she is not seeking validation. She is expressing a primal, instinctive response to attraction. And your role as the Stoic observer is simple: watch, understand, and remain calm. Your composure becomes the silent catalyst that allows her desire to flourish naturally, without words, without pressure, and without neediness. 10. Her energy shifts when you talk. She becomes either very soft or very bold. This is the final sign, and it's one of the most powerful, because it reveals desire in its purest, unfiltered form. When a woman is strongly attracted to you, emotionally, psychologically, and physically, her energy shifts in ways that are impossible to fake. It's instinctive, it's biological, and it's deeply revealing. Sometimes her energy becomes soft. She becomes gentle, calm, warm, slightly shy. You notice the way she leans in when you speak, the way her eyes follow your every gesture, how her voice softens and her movements slow. She is present with you, absorbing every word, every inflection, every nuance. Her body language signals openness. Her calmness is a subconscious invitation. She is giving you access to her emotional world. Other times her energy becomes bold, playful, teasing, sarcastic, challenging, fiery, high energy. She pushes boundaries subtly, tests limits, and sparks tension through her words and actions. You notice the quick smiles, the little jabs, the challenging questions, or the sudden bursts of laughter that seem to punctuate the space between you. This is desire expressing itself outwardly. She is awakening a response from you, engaging you and drawing you in without admitting what she feels. Here's the secret that most men never realize. Both reactions, softness and boldness, come from the same place: desire. Softness is her body's way of being vulnerable with you. It's the subconscious signal that she trusts you, that she feels drawn to you, and that she wants to slow things down to feel closer. It's intimate energy, inviting you to recognize it and respond with your own calm, centered presence. Boldness is her body's way of igniting tension. It's the subconscious signal that she wants engagement, interaction, and excitement. She's testing your boundaries, gauging your confidence, and seeing how you handle energy that is as intense as it is magnetic. Both are reflections of the same underlying truth. She feels something powerful, something she's not ready to articulate with words, something she is trying to control, contain, and understand herself. And that something, though invisible, silent, and unspoken, is desire. A Stoic man notices this without panic or overreaction.
He doesn't let boldness intimidate him.
He doesn't let softness lull him into complacency. He observes the energy shift, understands it, and responds with calm, grounded masculinity. Because here's the key: the moment you stop chasing the signals, stop trying to decode every nuance, and simply remain present and composed, the intensity of her energy, soft or bold, becomes a reflection of her growing attraction to you. She's revealing herself without admitting it. She's inviting you into her world without asking for permission. She's letting you witness the raw, unfiltered pull of desire, and you're calm, Centered presence makes that pull stronger, more magnetic and undeniable. So when you notice these shifts, whether soft or bold, don't react with neediness. Don't try to match your energy or prove your value. Simply observe. Simply engage with awareness. Simply be the man who can hold space for her energy, whatever form it takes. Because desire doesn't need words. Desire doesn't need explanation. Desire only needs recognition. And recognizing it without losing your composure is the ultimate demonstration of masculine power and Stoic mastery. Conclusion. So now that you've seen all 10 signs, take a moment and reflect. Think about the women you've met, the moments you felt a spark, the times you sensed something deeper but couldn't quite explain it. Women rarely express desire with words. They express it with energy, with presence, with behavior that slips through the cracks of their composure. And the reason most men never notice these signs isn't because women are complicated. It's because men are distracted. Distracted by overthinking, distracted by insecurity, distracted by the need for certainty. But a Stoic man lives in a different state. He observes, he listens, he reads between the lines without trying to control the outcome. He understands that female desire is not loud, it's layered. It appears in the way she laughs a little too freely, in the way she watches you when you're not looking, in the small details she remembers, in the softness or boldness of her voice, in the jealousy she tries to disguise, in the nervousness she can't hide, in the excuses she creates just to be close to you. These are not coincidences. These are patterns of human psychology and attraction. But here's the most important truth. A woman's desire does not make you powerful. Your ability to remain centered, calm, and grounded in the face of her desire, that is what makes you powerful. Because when you don't chase, when you don't rush, when you don't let your emotions hijack your clarity, you become the kind of man women feel drawn to, respect, and ultimately pursue. You stop reacting to signals and start understanding them. You stop seeking validation and start embodying value. And that is the real secret. Not manipulation, not games, not forcing attraction, just awareness, just presence, just masculine composure. Because the moment you stop trying to make her want you is often the moment she realizes she already does. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.